Today, I want to start with one sum on partnership admission. Look at the sum. I read for you. Jaimini and Kaushal are partners of a partnership firm sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 3:2. The balance sheet of the firm as on 31st October 2014 is as under. On asset side, you are given land and building, machine, tools, stock, debtors, bills receivable, bank balance, outstanding income, profit and loss account debit balance 25,000. Capital Jaimini Kaushal, bills payable, creditors, outstanding expenses. On the above mentioned date, the balance sheet, they admitted Cable to give 1/5 share, for which additional information is provided as follows. So new partner Cable is admitted. Now before admitting Cable, profit and loss account debit balance loss 25,000 is there in the balance sheet, and this loss is earned by Jaimini and Kaushal. So this loss gets distributed between Jaimini and Kaushal in the ratio of 3:2. You are asked to prepare necessary journal entries and prepare new balance sheet along with necessary accounts in the books of the firm. So for this adjustment, we are required to prepare one balance sheet, capital account, revaluation account, etc. We are also required to write out the journal entries. Cable has brought rupees 2,50,000 in cash towards capital and goodwill. So Cable has brought a capital of 2 lakhs. This capital brought by Cable to acquire co-ownership in the assets and liabilities of the firm, as well as to have a right to share normal profits. The existing partnership firm earns more profit than new such firm. This additional profit earned by the existing firm is known as super profit. When new partner is admitted, he gets a right to share not only normal profits but also super profits. To have a right to share in such super profit, new partner has to bring goodwill. And here, Cable has brought goodwill of rupees 15,000. This goodwill brought by new partner will be distributed amongst sacrificing partners in the ratio of sacrifice. Now, here Jaimini and Kaushal are the old partners. They have given 1/5 share to Cable. Their share was 60% and 40%. New partner Cable is given 20% share, 1/5 means 20%. Their original share was how much? 60-40. New partner is given how much percentage? 20%. How much percentages are given by Jaimini out of his 60% old share, original share? How much percentage of profit is given by Kaushal to Cable out of his 40% share? This information is not given to me so far. So when the percentage of profit sacrificed by the existing partners of an old firm is not given, it is always understood that they have made a sacrifice in their old profit sharing ratio, that is 3:2. So 3:2 is not only the old profit sharing ratio but is also the sacrificing ratio, because we are not given any information regarding the sacrifice made by old partners, means partners of the existing firm, to our new partner. So sacrificing ratio is 3:2, and this goodwill brought 15,000 will be distributed to Jaimini and Kaushal in the ratio of 3:2, that is sacrificing ratio. Cable has brought market value of land and building and machinery is to be increased by 20,000 and 10,000 respectively. Market value of tools is 40,000, which is to be recorded at this value. The present value of stock is to be reduced by 5%. Provide 10% bad debt reserve and 5% discount reserve on debtors. From the total amount of creditors 1100 now not payable. Unrecorded outstanding expenses are 4000 and unrecorded prepaid insurance premium is 2000. All these are revaluation adjustments. They will be considered in revaluation account. Now, after explaining this much details about the adjustment, let me start preparation of accounts. Here I prepare revaluation account, cash and bank account, partners capital account. Here I prepare the balance sheet after admission. First step, I will start with revaluation adjustments. Market value of land and building is increased by 20,000. So, what is the journal entry? Increase in market value of land and building. It's a gain, revaluation account credit. So, land and building account debit 20,000 to revaluation account credit 20,000. Building is 6 lakhs. Increase 20,000 added there. So, new value 6 lakh 20,000 that will appear in the balance sheet. And increase in value of land and building credited to revaluation account 20,000. So land and building account debit 20,000. So value appears in the balance sheet 6 lakh 20,000. And revaluation account is credited with 20,000. This is how first revaluation of asset is taken care of. Now value of machine is increased by 10,000. So machines account debit 10,000 to revaluation account credit 10,000. Machine book value 3 lakhs plus increased 10,000, 3 lakh 10,000. And this being gain credited to revaluation account 10,000. Machine account debit to revaluation account credit. Machine appears at 3 lakh 10,000 and revaluation account is credited with 10,000. Next. Market value of tools is 40,000. Here tools appears in the balance sheet at 50,000. Its valuation is made at 40,000. So decrease in value of tools 10,000 being loss debited to revaluation account. 50,000 minus 2,000 decrease in value 10,000. Revaluation account debit to tools account credit. Now tools 50,000 minus 10,000, 40,000 appears in the asset side and this being loss debited to revaluation account. So revaluation account debit to tools account credit, what amount? 10,000. The value of stock is to be reduced by 5%. Stock is 70,000. 70,000 into 5%, 3,500 is the reduction. Reduction in the value of stock. Reduction in the value of stock being loss, revaluation account debit, stock account credit. 70,000 into 5%, 3,500. Revaluation account debit 3,500 to stock account credit 3,500. So here stock 70,000 minus 3,500 and here revaluation account is debited with 3,500 being loss. Next. Provide 10% bad debt reserve and 5% discount reserve on debtors. Debtors are 80,000. Let me calculate. 80,000 minus 10% bad debt reserve 72,000. 5% on 72,000, 3,600. This is the value of debtors that will appear in the balance sheet. Now there is a decline in the value of asset. These are the provision for losses. So this provision for the losses will be debited to revaluation account. So revaluation account debit to bad debt reserve to discount reserve on debtors account. That's a journal entry. Let me write it down. Bad debt reserve account credit 8,000, discount reserve account credit 3,600, total of these two 11,600 debited to revaluation account. So here debtors 80,000 minus bad debt reserve and that is debited to revaluation account minus discount reserve and discount reserve is also debited to revaluation account. So what's the journal entry? Revaluation account debit 11,600 to bad debt reserve to discount reserve account credit 3,600. Next. From the amount of creditors 1100 now are not payable. Creditors are 75,000. Not payable, creditors account debit 1100 to revaluation account credit. 75,000 minus 1100 deducted 73,900 is the payable amount. Decline in liabilities again, revaluation account is credit with 1100. Journal entry, creditors account debit to revaluation account credit. Now I want to consider the next adjustment. Unrecorded outstanding expenses are 4,000. Outstanding expenses are 2,000, 4,000 unrecorded. If you record it, it will become 6,000. 2 plus 4, 6,000. Increase in liability is a loss. Losses are debited to revaluation account. So revaluation account debit to outstanding expense account credit 4,000. Revaluation account debit 4,000 to outstanding expense account credit 4,000. 2,000 are the existing expenses plus 4,000, and this being loss debited to revaluation account. Next, unrecorded prepaid insurance premium 2,000. This is increase in asset, unrecorded asset. So prepaid insurance account debit to revaluation account credit. Prepaid insurance account debit 2,000 to revaluation account credit. Prepaid insurance appears in the balance sheet asset side. This being increase in value of asset credited to revaluation account. So this is how revaluation adjustments are considered. After considering revaluation adjustment, I'll copy the remaining details of the balance sheet. Copy the remaining details. Bills receivable appears on the asset side because they are not revalued. Bank balance will appear in cash and bank account. Opening balance brought forward. Outstanding income balance sheet asset side. This profit and loss account debit balance 25,000 that will be distributed in the old profit sharing ratio between Jaimini and Kaushal. So 25,000 distributed in the ratio of 3:2, 25,000 into 3 by 5. Share of Jaimini 15,000, 25,000 into 2 by 5, share of Kaushal 10,000. Journal entry for that is profit and loss account debit to partners capital account. No, this is not a profit, this is a loss. So partners capital account should be debited, not to be credited, remember it. So Jaimini's capital account debit, Kaushal's capital account debit to profit and loss account credit. So your capital accounts are debited and profit and loss account balance is squared. It's nullified. Remember this journal entry, Jaimini's capital account debit, Kaushal's capital account debit to profit and loss account credit, 25,000. Now, capital of Jaimini credited to Jaimini's capital account, then that of Kaushal credited to Kaushal's capital account. Bills payable appears on the liability side because it is not revalued. This is how remaining details of balance sheet are taken care of. Now I would prefer to close this revaluation account. Total of credit side 20 plus 10, 30, 33,100. If you deduct the debit 10,000, 3,500, 8,000, 3,600 and 4,000, you will get a profit of revaluation of assets and liabilities to be 4,000. This 4,000 profit will be distributed in the ratio of 3:2. That is the old profit sharing ratio. So 3/5, 2,400, 2/5, 1,600. Journal entry for that is revaluation account debit to partners capital account credit. Revaluation account debit 4,000 to Jaimini's capital account credit 2,400 to Kaushal's capital account credit 1,600. So here revaluation profit is credited. Now how many steps are over? 3 steps. I have considered revaluation adjustment in step number 1. Copied the remaining details from the balance sheet, step number 2. I have closed revaluation account, step number 3. Now look at step number 4. Now in step number 4, I am going to consider the goodwill adjustment. new partner brought 15,000 for goodwill. As I told to you, whatever the goodwill is brought by a new partner is to be distributed among sacrificing partners in the ratio of sacrifice. We are not given any specific information about the sacrifice made by Jaimini and Kaushal. So it is always understood that the sacrifice has been made in the old profit sharing ratio, that is 3:2. So this 15,000 will be distributed in the ratio of 3:2. Distribute goodwill brought by Cable in the ratio of 3:2. So 15,000 into 3 by 5, 9,000 Jaimini share, 15,000 into 2 by 5 Kaushal share. Now this goodwill is brought by new partner Cable, and who gets it? Sacrificing partners. In which ratio? To the sacrificing ratio, that is 3:2. So let me write down the entry for that. Cash account debit to goodwill account, goodwill account debit to Jaimini's account to Kaushal's account. This is one way to write the entry. The optional way to write the entry is cash account debit to Jaimini's account to Kaushal's account. This is a straight entry. Wherein goodwill account debit and credit is cancelled. These are the two optional methods for writing the journal entry. Now let me go for the ledger posting of this journal entry. Cash account debit 9,000 to Jaimini's capital account credit, and cash account debit 6,000 to Kaushal's capital account credit. So 15,000 is brought by a new partner, but the amount is received by sacrificing partners in the ratio of sacrifice. Now capital adjustment. New partner brings 2 lakhs capital. Entry therefore that is cash account debit to capital account credit. So cash account debit to Cable's capital account. I should write here Cable's capital account, not capital account. So Cable's capital account is credited with 2 lakhs. So this is how goodwill and capital adjustments, capital entries are recorded. Now I have to close this capital account and it will be transferred to balance sheet. I am going to close this cash and bank account. It will also be transferred to balance sheet. So total of credit side 6,75,000 plus 9,000 plus 2,400 minus 15,000. 6,71,400 is the balance that appears in the balance sheet capital of Jaimini. Total of credit of another partner 4,30,000 plus 6,000 plus 1,600. This is the balance of Kaushal's capital account. And here Cable's capital account 2 lakh is the closing balance that will also appear in the balance sheet. After writing this capital balances in the balance sheet, let me close this cash and bank account. Total of debit side is 2,65,000, and so closing balance 2,65,000 that is transferred to the balance sheet asset side. So cash balance is recorded in the balance sheet asset side. Now I will prefer to total the balance sheet. Total of assets and liabilities should be equal. So here 13,86,900 is the total of liability side, and total of asset side is also 13,86,900. This is how balance sheet agrees. Now you must have observed this sum. I have written the journal entries by solving the sum. Notice them. This is also an important sum. I think you must have followed. Thanks to all of you.